What's up, everyone? It's Jerry. This is episode 4 of the Project Slumber podcast, and I'm really excited to get started with you guys. All right, so episode 4 of the podcast is common sleep problems. That's the topic for today, and we'll just get started by talking about some common sleep problems we usually think about, and some of them include, um, for example, insomnia, which is the most prevalent, and most highly popular in across the world, which is basically the inability to fall asleep, and it's really hard for patients to fall asleep. And the other one is sleep apnea, which is also quite common. It's where people struggle to have consistent breathing, and struggle with breathing during their sleep. And then other than that, there's also other less severe syndromes, such as like restless leg syndrome for usually younger people. But today what I like to talk about is actually sleep problems for teenagers. And what this really kind of entails is not really like disorders, but really just trends and habits that might be negative. And so, for example, um, it is known that teenagers, the rest point is usually much later than um, when they were younger, or later on older, because of the hormones and um, how puberty changes the balance in the human body. So most people tend to start getting tired around 11 p.m., or late, even later than that, and this might cause this thing called delayed sleep syndrome. So delayed sleep phase syndrome is basically a kind of term that describes how teenagers often are very awake till 11 because of either technology or stress or whatever it is. And this kind of increases their incentive to stay up later and later and later. And it's probably the most common and most prevalent, condition that at least I have been a part of, and I have, experienced with the people around me. So, sleep phase syndrome is definitely real. These problems aren't just sleep problems. It can later on, be affected to lots of other things, such as mental health. It could affect anxiety, depression, even. It could cause many different disorders. So this is not just a kind of umbrella term. It might be the root of many different problems. So like this sleep phase um, delayal delayment is quite serious, and we're gonna go look into that in the future. All right, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will get into future topics very soon in the next episode. And I hope you guys make sure to follow our socials, so on the YouTube channel and as well as the Instagram, which is linked in the middle of the page here.